So Sharon, I just wanted to personally thank you so much for jumping on our call after we both shared the other night. It was so nice that we got to share on the leaders call. You were just amazing and absolutely on fire. And sharing a room with you in Hamilton Island when I shit my pants, that Adam said I had a room with a 5 times world boxing champion. I'm like, shit, I better stay in line. Obviously had that beautiful relationship with you since then. And the other night I was like, wow, she's truly shining. She is serving. And I'm not going to share with the girls, but let Sharon share a little bit. But I'm not sure if you girls realise that Sharon's actually been invited quite recently to quite a few things to be a keynote speaker. So she's obviously shining and, you know, getting out there and being recognised. So I think it's an amazing opportunity we have to have the incredible Sharon jump on tonight. And she might give you a kick all up the backside, and that's okay. She might be nice. She might drop some F-bombs, whatever it is. But we're going to let her shine and share with us, you know, some wisdom of, maybe share a little bit about your story, hon. Maybe some people don't know, you know, your story. She's an amazing mama, homeschools and all those kind of things. So maybe share a little bit about your story and then get in and do what you want to do, girl. It's yours.
All right, awesome. I'm just going to flick some more lights on because I like to hide outside where my kids can't come and go crazy. So I'll just make sure there's some more lights on. Felt like I was like in a black hole before, so I had to take everything off the that might be a little bit better.
That's better.
This is my office. I'll just spin it around. My desk is messy. My desk is always messy. That's my office. And then this is where I meditate. That's where the boats are. This is a big playground. It's a really big tree. It's all dark. But so my office, I'm actually a little bit different. I like to be a little bit outside the box. So my office is outdoors where I can breathe in fresh air and lock the kids out, which is a bit of fun. So, okay, so we've got lots of gorgeous faces on here. Thank you so much. How many have we got on here tonight?
15 of us.
That's awesome. So I love when I can come on and share some stuff on somebody's training, and I can see so many people on here that are willing to grow and take in 1 or 2 gold nuggets. And some of you may think, oh my God, what she's sharing is amazing. Some may think, oh, I've heard it before. I think one of the biggest things about this business that I learned, and I probably had to learn the hard way, is it's duplicatable. And if we all try and go out and do our own thing and put our own tag on it, which is what I did in the beginning of my career with Juice Plus, I sort of got the concept of the products and how amazing it was. And then I was just like, you know what, I know what to do. They've sent me some links. I'm off. I'm running. Anyway, I went and spewed fruits, vegetables and berries over 25 very influential people around the world in the sport of boxing, because I was a 5-time world champion boxer. And it definitely didn't do me any favours, because they thought I'd been hitting the head way too many times and I've become this crazy Juice Plus lady. So when we do say, and Adam just grabbed me by the feet, it was like I was like just flying. I'm like spewing all this stuff, and I'm sending like 3 or 4 links at a time. You gotta watch this and watch this and watch this. They don't have 3 or 5 minute videos. They went like 1 hour ones at least. But I was just like, I didn't get it. Why the hell can't people see what I see with these products? What the hell is wrong with them? Do they not know what's going on in this world? So for me, it was like Adam just grabbed me by the legs, and he was like, girl, whoa, slow down. Let me show you how to do this. Now, let me just remind all you girls, and if there's any guys on here as well, that in a business like this, we all come in at one level and we all spew, all right? Because that's what we're meant to do. It's like when you're a baby and you learn how to walk. You don't just get up and start running. It's like you got to fall over a bucket load of times. So even though we help guide you with our scripts and everything as well now, which are an incredible addition to our program, you know, for us, for business people, even though we guide you, people are still going to say the wrong thing. And you have to, because I think you've got to get your tongue tied a few times and really go, geez, I really stuffed that up, to know what not to say and maybe what's another way to put it. So I think for me, after 25 people who all thought I was crazy, 1 has spoken to me since. I've been in this business 2.7 years, right? So 1 out of those 25, and I'm like, oh, it's all good. One day they'll come back. They'll see the power. It's all good. And I think one of the things I really want to share about that is if you've spewed on someone or if you feel like you've ruined it, just breathe it in and let that shit go. Don't worry about them. Just keep on moving. They will eventually see the power of it. They may come back. They may not. They may go and join somebody else's team. Seriously, there is an abundance of people in this world. We don't need everyone. Do you know what I mean? Like when Kylie just sort of shared about me being asked to keynote speak, I spoke at an event. When we spoke on Monday night on the team training, I had a girl reach out to me on Wednesday. I had someone else's team like having a panic attack. Oh my God, I bought a stall. I didn't know you were there. And I'm like, I'm not there selling Juice Plus. I'm selling the movement. And she's like, well, I need to like withdraw my stall and get my money back. I'm like, just go and sell what you need. If someone wants capsules, you can have them, babe. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think when we come from a mindset where it's like, oh, I can be the only person in that place that's doing this thing, I think we're coming from the wrong angle. I really think that whenever we're ready in this business, we attract the people that we're meant to attract. So I think one of the things I would love to ask all of you gorgeous girls, and I don't know if there's any guys on here because I can't flip fast enough, but all you gorgeous girls, is everybody in, I want you to write in the chat box because I'm not on my computer because it wouldn't start. It's like having a blue screen moment. So I need you to write in the chat box, is everybody exactly where they want to be in this business? I just want a simple yes or a no. And I've got sexy hair because I've been at jumps. I'm like one of those mums that goes nuts with their kids a couple of hours. So I've got that beautiful sexy hair going on. So I've got a no. Okay. Thank you so much for being honest. And I'm going to ask you another question. What do you think it is that's holding you back? And this is team training. So if we can't open up and just come from a place in our heart on a training session, then we've got a problem. Because I think if we can just say what it is that we think is holding us back. I'm reading. Oh, do you want to come across a crazy Juice Plus? Well, there's ways that you can come across as a cool Juice Plus lady. Let me tell you that. Fear and anxiety, me, awesome. I love whoever just wrote, because your names are really tiny and I'm blind as a bat. Whoever just wrote fear and anxiety, I'm really proud of you for actually writing that. Me and what I tell myself, 100%, oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So most of us think that we're no good, or we're not enough, or people are going to look at us funny, or we're going to make a fool of ourselves. Would that be about right? We're going to say the wrong thing. Someone's going to judge us. So I think one of the big things that I really love to share with women is I think we really need to come from a place where we actually become our very own best friend. And I shared, I don't know how many of you were on team training when I shared with Kylie the other week. I think the power of saying all those things, that self-talk, is going to kill you. It's going to kill anything you try to do, no matter what it is, whether it's wanting to be a good partner, a good mother, a good anything. That self-talk that you're not enough and you're not good enough and no one's going to want to listen. Seriously, when you're nursing your sick child, do you think you're not enough? When you're, making an incredible meal for your partner or for some people that you love and care about, do you think that they're going to throw the meal back at you and tell you that you're not good enough? Like, we beat ourselves up to a point where we just can't even comprehend moving forward. And I just really want to tell you girls, if I can help you find a way to come and find yourself to be in a beautiful state where you can look in a mirror and love you, that's going to have a really big effect on your business, because you attract exactly what you put out. So if you're negative to you, I'm going to tell you that what you're going to attract is going to be, I'm not going to say shitty team players. Everybody's a great team player. I never think anyone's a shitty team player. I think people play at the level we bring them in, or people play at the level that we let them sit. Right. So if and I've become quite passionate about doing some meditation, I'm happy to send it to Kylie. It's like a 16-minute meditation every morning. The same lady says the same stuff, but I get to think about something different every time. And it's 4 breaths, and it's like 8 lots of 4 breaths, and then I'm done. And my kids think it's cute because she uses the words, instead of saying thumb, she says tum to finger, because she's from India. But when you start getting a little bit more clarity around slowing yourself down and taking some deep breaths and just coming from a beautiful place for you, it makes a really big difference how you then go and see the world. I think for me, I flew in this business in the first, 16, 17 months. I can't even remember what it was. I hit an MD. I hit it fast, I hit it hard. every end of month was a massive end of month. And then, you know, it's like I thought, I'm here, I can sort of take the reins off a little bit and I can slow down. And trust me, there is no slowing down. I think when you get a lot bigger, where Adam and Kira is, even though they don't slow down, you've probably got more opportunity to be able to take a step back. And I don't mean that you have to work hard. I just mean you have to work smart. You just got to go, right, this is my 40 minutes or my 30 minutes, whatever it may be, of laser vision focus of reaching out to people, maybe all my team calls. I think today alone, 3-way messages and booking in calls and doing calls. I must have been in 20 different 3-way messages with teamies, and I must have also probably done 8 to 12 3-way calls. Some of them were for my new frontline coming in. Some of them were for teamies, people coming in. Some was for brand new teamies, for customers. So I think sometimes you've just got to say, I'm all in. And now I'm not reading what's going on down there. So if there's something that you really want me to take notice of, can somebody just interrupt me and just read something out if I'm sort of past the subject? So my big question is, how many of you, like when you all come into this business, I don't know where you girls all are in the business, but when you come in, what could you see this being for you? Like, what was it that you could see? You handed over your credit card, you could see something. There was something. Was it a certain amount of money? Was it more freedom? Was it some time with your kids? What was it? A shoe fund, I love that. Oh, hey, Rowan, we've got a guy on here. Hey, honey. Sorry, I didn't mean to call you a girl at all. Financial and time freedom, paying for the product. Okay, awesome. So my next thing is who of you, like when you say you're all not at the place you want to be in this business, how far are you behind from where you want to be? Are you like, is it a couple of $100? Is it a couple of $1,000? Whereabouts are you at? You just can all come off mute, actually. The last training call I did, I just had them off mute. And if you want to yell stuff out, you can. I think the power of being able to interact is far better than me just like blurring at you guys, girls and guys anyway. Rowan, don't tell me you got long hair either. So are we a mile off where we wanted to be?
Come on, girls, someone share how far off you are and how she can help you achieve that.
Oh, sorry, I said in mine 6K.
Yeah, okay. Always want to be in the girls group. I don't feel the vision that time. I was just awesome. So, okay, so I had, and I shared it on Team Training. I didn't do enough in my business, and I got to NMD. You know, I still kept soaring. I got all the way to 20 club, and then I sort of went overseas, went to all the conferences, partied pretty hard. Just some stuff happened, and I sort of come back, and I probably lost a lot of faith in me, and we all go through that at some stage. And then I just got to a point where my business just spiraled backwards. Like I wasn't putting the time, wasn't putting the energy. I wasn't focused where I needed to be. And then my business fell all the way back to a 6 club. So if you can imagine getting yourself to 20 club and then going back to 6 club. And then, something happened with head office and I had both fingers up and I was like, this is it. I'm done. See you all later. Who needs this? And like I was done. And I sat down with my kids and like I'm an independent mum and I homeschool my kids. And I sat down with my twins and I just said, listen, I'm going to walk away from Juice Plus. And they're like, they weren't even 10, suckers. They said to me, what, Mum? If you walk away, can we still do Juice Plus when we're 18? And I was like, oh, God. Yes, if you really want to. But I'm thinking, what impact has the company and all my work ethic put into them to want to still do it even if I walk away? Because most kids, when mum and dad walk away from something, the kids normally got their fingers up at the same time, right? They're all saying, see you later, we're not with you either. And then my other son said to me, because they're twins, said, hey, Mum, you haven't worked this business properly for a very long time. So what if, I know that you think that the office has done something that's hurt you, but what if you put your head down for the next month and work really, really hard? And if you still felt like they'd done the wrong thing, maybe walk away then. And I was like, who on earth brought these kids up? to tell you stuff like that. So I'm going to ask every one of you guys and girls on this call, have you guys and girls, those of you that have said they're not where they want to be, have you put in 110% of your effort to get you to where you want to be?
No.
Yeah.
Sharon, can I just get you to share when you had that story around head office? Was there a point that you identified that that was playing below the line?
Pretty much. I think anytime we go into that blame, shame, justify, like it's not my fault, it's the team's fault, or someone hasn't helped me do this, or I need to get on a call and somebody wasn't there, or I think I was looking for a way just to be able to slip out the back door and just go, you know what, I'm going to put my hand up and just go, this is too hard. And what it was pretty much I had got to the point of I just didn't think I believed in myself anymore. And in the last probably the last 5 or 6 months, my self-belief bubble is so big that it wouldn't matter if like they threw swords at it from, you know, and ran planes into it, it would not burst again. Because I think what I learnt was when you're very capable of doing something, now you girls and guys are all on this call, so you're obviously capable, you've been in the business, whether you've made it somewhere or you haven't, you have hung in there and you stayed, you know, you're on this call. Not many people get on a call this time of night, you know, if they're going to be a failure or they're not going to do something. And I look back and I go, you know, while Linda Evan was stuck at SC for 4 years, look at her now. Like what a horrible place to be after being stuck for 4 years. So, you know, Kylie's only been in this business, what, a year and a half now, Kylie? Would it be nearly 2 years? No, 2 years.
No, actually, when you said 2.7, I'm like 2.5. So I'm like, when I came to Hamo, you were pretty fresh in this business. Which
yeah, I just
on Sharon, right? When from the moment she joined, 2 months later, for a couple of months, she was already at conference. You know, so she obviously invested very heavily straight away.
I joined at the end of March, and I was at conference by May. I'd already bought my tickets like 2 weeks later. And I think what the big thing is, what was I saying? Because I've been hitting the head for a living, so sometimes I get lost. You just took me off track of what I was saying when we started talking about.
Sharon,
can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You were saying the last 6 months or so, it's taken a massive beating considering you were 20 club down to 6. How did you get yourself out of that state, I guess, and move forward?
Well, I think it was that moment where when my kids said something to me, I was like, oh, shit. And then I had to go down to Sydney onto a meditation weekend. And of all people that ended up walking up to me at the front door when I walked in, it was Kira Westwick. I was like, how did I get stuck with you? Even like I love Kira, but you know, when you're telling yourself really crappy stories, the last person you want in front of you is either Adam or Kira or Linda or any one of those. So Kira and I end up being metras, and I poured my heart out about what I thought the office had done. She's like, that really sucks, and I agree. And what are you going to do? And I'm just like, oh, like, you know what? Seriously, I love the community. And I had to look and go, it doesn't matter what somebody has done or what I think they've done. If I look in the mirror right now and I tell myself exactly what did you do to get yourself into that situation, all those answers come flooding out really quickly. Whether it was I didn't commit my time, I wasn't focusing my time, I was wasting my time, I was, you know, busy managing things instead of going out and reaching out to people. Whether I was, you know, I wasn't looking after myself, so I wasn't doing any things like meditation, any I am statements, any gratitude. I wasn't exercising. I was probably drinking way too much wine. I was waking up feeling a bit groggy. And I just got to the point where I was like, you know what, Sharon, you deserve so much more, and your kids deserve to have the real you step in front of them and not somebody that is pretending to be like someone that can play life at a championship level. And we can all be a champion of our own world. Like, you don't have to win 5 world titles to be a rock star. Right, what you have to do is look in the mirror, and I'm going to ask every one of you, and you can write it on paper, you don't have to write it in the chat box, and you don't have to yell it out. But I'm going to ask every one of you, what is 2 things that you can stop doing today, like right now? What's 2 things you can stop doing right now that will propel your business forward? We think that propelling our business forward means that we've got to reach out to more people and, you know, start doing more follow-up and do the 5 high-paying activities. I'm telling you, guys and girls, when I'm talking about what 2 things can you stop doing, what 2 things can you stop doing to yourself where you're pulling yourself apart, whether it's your self-talk and your negativity, whether it's, you know, drinking too much, whether it's not paying attention to the things that are important, whether it's not spending time with your kids, what things could you do right now that could propel you forward as a person? Because as we grow, our business grows, right? Mm-hmm. So then I'm going to ask another question. I'm going to have a quick look if anyone's written anything in there. Yeah, so procrastinating. Who listened to Scott Harris last night?
Yeah.
Procrastinating is just such a huge waste of time. Like, what have you got to look back on? When you guys get to, you know, I don't know what age you guys and girls are, but when you get to 50, 60 and 70 and you still have not made a difference, like, what are you going to say then? Oh, fuck, I shouldn't have procrastinated. I mean, I'm here just to share with you guys, and I don't know what I pressed. I'm coming back. I'm here to share with you all that the quicker I got the crap out of my head. So for me, it was like, okay, the 2 things I need to do to really change myself is probably not drink wine every night. And the other thing was I probably need to start living by our program versus just eating whatever because it was quick and easy. And so in that meantime, like in the last 12 weeks, I haven't touched a drop of alcohol. I haven't had coffee, haven't had sugar. There's no sugar in my house. I've lost, probably nearly 18 kilos down. My sons look amazing. One still begs me every now and then, can I just have that one more sugar drink? And I'm like, water is the best sugar you'll ever get. You know, so we've really transformed our life. But I've transformed it because I'm like, I'm 47. And if I don't change, nothing's going to change. Right? And it didn't all become rosy straight away. I started to feel good. I started to take more action. I started doing more things with my kids. I got back into my team and become the leader I needed to be because I kept thinking that if I stepped out and just push everyone in front of Adam and Kira because I didn't want to overshine my light on other people. What I want you all to know that when you're in a team, for any of the leaders in here, 95% of the population want to be told what to do. So when you grasp that, and if you have people in your team, I'm telling you, they want you to tell them what to do. They want to know what's the next step, what's the next step, what's the next step, what's the next step. Right? I've got 2 guys that are joining the team, and one got on the call today and he just said to Adam, mate, I am as dumb as anything. I'm really impressed with the products. I've got a really big network. I just need to know step by step exactly what to do. And Adam said, you will be perfect. He doesn't want to go out and do it himself. Right? So just remember that we're leaders, and I think the best way to lead, like last month, 2 days off in a month, Adam said to me, you are at the top of the leaderboard for customers. I had 14 customers. I ended up with 15 by the end of the month. And that was the first time in my 2.6 months of being in the business that I ever reached a leaderboard with customers. Like I was lucky to get either 3, 4 or 5. And some of them were, you know, possibly someone that in my family, I was like, oh, you just have an order. Do you know what I mean? There's a promotion close, you do something crazy. And so what I did when I looked in the mirror and just said, you know, what could this be for you and who could you really be? For me, it became that, okay, if I could build this once, then I could do it again properly when I come from a good place in my heart. So Sharon, it's time to get out of your way, move off all those stupid excuses. And every time you have another excuse, I want you to look at what you've put on your board. Where are you going to take your kids for Christmas? What are you going to be doing? How much money are you going to spend? When's your new car coming? You know, when are you buying your property? So I want you to look your kids in the eye and just go, you know what, mummy's going to sit on her bum today and do nothing. And my kids are just like, no. Not that I've said that. And even now they come to interrupt me because they used to interrupt me all the time. I'm just like, boys, what sort of month do you want to have next month? I've got 1 hour out here, you need to leave me be. Or I'm going to come back in and sit down with you guys and do whatever it is that you need. And what month do you think we're going to have next month? And they're just like, no, go to work. Right, but we've got to take ourselves serious. We are all business people here. Do you know what I mean? You can tell yourself bullshit stories until the day you die, and that's all you're ever going to have. Or you can do what I did. I created some incredible cards. I don't even know. Let me go and get them. But I created a bucket load of I am statements. So I know I sell the I am cards. I've got them if you want to buy them. I'm putting orders in for Christmas. But this isn't a sales pitch. I just want to let you know that I've got all these. Where's all my statements? Where did I put them? I've got all these colourful cards. They're going to be a bag. Because I went and spoke somewhere the other day on Sunday and I had them all with me. Where did I put my bag? See, I've even been naughty. I was so excited today. I got out of bed and went call, that I didn't even get my morning routine done this morning. But I think missing it one day every now and then isn't too bad when you're so passionate about where you're at. And I take time to breathe. And I was meant to put these in freestyle the other day, but I've got these. So I read every day, and they're not pretty. Some of them aren't spelt right. I am so grateful for the multiple streams of income that are coming my way. I don't know where the money's coming from. I don't know whether it's always going to just be Juice Plus money. I've got money coming from 4 different streams at the moment, and I definitely didn't have that, 14, 15 weeks ago. So all of these, I'm so grateful for the incredible women who are joining my mission and impacting their lives as well as many others. So I'm asking for incredible women. I'm telling the universe, I want incredible women. I'm attracting more like-minded action takers who are ready to spread our mission. I have a culture. So our culture is really powerful. I have a culture that is fun, active, achieving, and growing. Like, we just have fun. We get on team training, and half the time the first half an hour is just Q&A and everybody laughing. I just make sure we have fun. I'm grateful for the money that flows. And now I've got things like I'm a real woman. I impact people's lives with health and wealth. I'm fit and strong and healthy. I glow. Now, trust me, when I wrote these out, I just pictured who I wanted to become, because it definitely wasn't who I was, 16 to 17 weeks ago. I was like a broken shell. I was emotional. I'm abundantly wealthy. I'm a problem solver. I'm a solution finder. I'm a great teacher. I'm a fun adventure mama. I'm organised. Trust me, I definitely wasn't organised. I'm grateful. I'm a contributor to mankind. I'm real. And I just read them off the paper every single morning. That was the start of my day. Every morning, to the point where I was just like, I woke up and went, I'm fucking amazing. So that's why I can get away. If I don't do it for one day, I'm okay. But seriously, if I don't do it for a couple of days, I'm like, I need those things back. And then I ask myself when I'm working, and, it's like, I don't ever want to message them. It's like, if I say to myself, I'm not sure if they might be interested, I'm like, message them now. Send the message. And I'm 2.7 years into this business. And this is why I send it to people still to this day. Hey, I don't know if you know, but I've recently started an online business where I show people how to make money using social media. I'm curious to know if I sent you a link, would you take a look? I didn't change anything. I use the same stuff. And then I ask these questions, right? Really super powerful questions. How can I do more? How can I reach more people? What else can I do? How can I find a way? I just find more. And that's why when people are saying, can you come and speak? I'm like, sure, I'll come and speak. I've got 4 women off the event the other day, and I had 2 men in the program as well. I don't need everybody. One of the women who was connected to 3 of the other people, she may come into the business, who knows? Do you know what I mean? So I think the biggest thing is, guys and girls, is do you need to believe in yourself first and start telling yourself who you are, not who you're putting yourself down to be. Right? Pop. Sorry, that's my dad trying to ring. I think my other son wants to come home. Can you ring Pop? Ring Pop, please.
Shaz?
Yep.
Can I just ask you, apart from doing your I am statements, what other things did you do to really build your self-belief when it was so low and now it's just so huge? What other things did you go to work on for yourself to build that?
Yeah, so I focus a lot on gratitude. And I've got a magical manifestations group on Facebook. Anybody can come in it. I don't sell Juice Plus. You can put anybody you want in there. This is all just about people finding ways to be grateful for things in their life. And the book, The Magic, that I've read over and over and that I love, it's like you read one day and then you take the action that it tells you to take, and then you read day 2, and it will show you different things about that you can be grateful for all throughout your life. So that Facebook group is open. You can throw people in there. If somebody ever comes to me in that group and says, and you put people in there, if somebody ever comes to me in that group and says to me, like, I want to know what you do, I'll go straight and check out who added them, and then I'll get them in a 3-way conversation with whoever that added them. So somebody is wanting to speak to me about Juice Plus, they've been added by somebody else from another team. I put them in a 3-way chat and I answer some questions and then pass them over to you guys. Does that make sense?
Yeah. What's the name of that
so
group?
I did gratitude. It's called Magical Manifestations.
Mm-hmm.
And I did meditation. I do meditation every morning, and then I've also got a 3-minute meditation practice. And I'll send all these to you girls. It's called a serene mind practice. So if you're having a moment where you're frustrated or you're anxious or you're you're angry or you're really sad, whatever it may be, you do this 3-minute mind practice and it's gone. Like it's gone. Because most of the time, as people, we either live in the past, we stress about what we didn't do properly or what we could have done better, or we live in the future. We're too worried about what's got to get done next instead of being right in the moment. So the more that I can help people get into a moment, the easier it is for them to become successful. When you stop and think that it doesn't matter about what's meant to happen in 15, 20 minutes, if you're late or if you don't make it or something goes wrong, it really, really doesn't matter that much. It has a pretty big impact on where you're at. I think we cause a lot of stress and pressure on ourselves. Another thing I did was I turned off all my notifications on my phone, so that's why my dad's ringing, because I've obviously missed his text messages. My texts don't come through as a message. My Facebook doesn't come as no notifications whatsoever come through on my phone. When I'm ready, 2 times a day, I'll go and check my Facebook messages, and I'll go and check my text messages, and I'll go and check my email. And when I'm ready, I will go into Facebook and I will go to all the notifications. I won't go and scroll, because that is where you get lost. I'll go and check the notifications. I will check if anybody's responded to something in the mind that I need to respond back to. I'll pop in another post and then I'll get out of there. Right? And obviously even in our teams, like we all love each other, everything's amazing, but the last thing that is going to be counterproductive, or is going to be productive for you, it's going to be more counterproductive, is trying to be everybody's friend and wanting to love on everybody. Just go and make your mark on the world. Have a vision for who you are, who you want to be, and go and put that message out to the world. We are all different. We're going to attract different people. You're going to make people cry. You're going to make people laugh. But you just need to go, this is what I believe in. This is who I believe I am. Start telling yourself that every day and just go to work.
Sharon, can I ask you, obviously meditation is a big part of your life, which I'm trying to get better at. I'm doing at the end of the day, which I think I actually need to do at the beginning of the day. But could you share with us what your daily rituals are, like how you start your day? Because obviously I think that might be a massive thing that gets you probably into a good state with starting your day.
Yeah. So are a majority of the people on this call, are they parents, or have we got a mix?
Majority parents. There's Tracy,
okay.
A few that aren't, but majority are.
And the ones that aren't, do they have animals that they look after? Like, do they have animals? So they're like parents anyway?
I don't think so.
Okay.
They're free spirits.
So this is, I love that. I was once, and then all of a sudden I was pregnant for half a decade. I was like, oh my God, where'd you all come from? So I think for me, I just hit something. For me, what I do when I wake up is the first thing I do is I will do those all my I am statements. So they're at the end of my bed on the floor. And then when I wake up, when I say they're at the end of my bed on my floor, I'll explain that. I co-sleep with my kids. I love my kids to pieces and they love me. And I've got like, they're 6, 7, and the twins are 10, and they're all boys. So my room is massive. My house is gorgeous. My room is massive, but there's 2 king-size mattresses on the floor. And the 2 big ones sleep on the outside, the 2 little ones on the inside. Now I'm right in the very, very middle. And if someone's sick or tired or having a nightmare, I obviously go and deal with that. So when I say it's at the end of my bed on the floor, it's because there's a reason, because we have like a party every night in our room. So the first thing I do is the I am statement, and then I'll have a glass of water first, and then I will go and meditate. So I'll just put my headphones in and I'll just meditate, whether I come outside. From there, I'll open up my gold book. Most people have a gold book in Juice Plus to write down their gold nuggets. I have a gold book to write down all the things I'm grateful for. And when I'm angry at someone, I go and find 10 reasons why I love them. Right? And that takes away, when you can start doing that, whether someone's upset you, like I've got, people in my family that can drive me crazy times, when you can go back and find 10 reasons why you've loved them, or why you would love them and why you could love them, it sort of just starts to dissipate. And when you start taking negative feelings out of yourself, you open up to the universe to let good feelings in, and then people flow to you. Do you know what I mean? And I think I got also out of the way when I said before, if I was going to send a message to someone, I was like, oh, I don't know. When does that make sense?
Yeah, it's awesome. And
we're in a really cool business. It doesn't matter whether you're a parent or not. We're in a really cool business where we can say to people that are like married couples, and if you're reaching out to the guy because he's on your list, hey, I don't know whether you know me, and I'll say who I am. You know, I just noticed you've got such a beautiful family. I'm actually looking at all the different people that I'm connected to, or that are connected through me in my network that are in this area, because what we actually do is we show families how to be able to have more choices and be able to say yes to more opportunities in their life. You know, with Christmas coming up, so there's so much we can do. And especially with Christmas coming up, if you guys aren't sending something out about doing a fast cash call, I did one today with a couple of my teamies. It's on my timeline. I don't care if you want to share mine. That really doesn't bother me, and get people to come back to you, because I actually say in the video, reach out to the person that shared this with you. But we just shared about what Christmas was like for us last year and where Christmas is for us this year. And it was 3 girls. It was a bit teary. We were laughing, but it was just, you know, and then I just shared like how easy you get to DVF, and then if we could help some more, and then I just started sharing money all the way to SC, and it was done. So you have got so much opportunity. For anyone that thinks that they are stuck, we can help people put about $2,700 in their bank account before Christmas. And if you're talking to families, even to get that $2,700 into their bank account for January, so when they're taking their families' kids back to school, the pressure's off. Like, that is huge. I think sometimes we underestimate what it is that we've got and the ability to be able to help people. And with Christmas coming up, do you know what? If I've got 5 people that I need to buy presents for, they're going to cost me a couple $100. I'm telling you, I'm going to be buying them Juice Plus. I'm going to get them on the program, and I'm going to be buying them a gift that's going to change their life. Does anybody else want to ask me anything?
I have more stuff if anyone else doesn't. Does anyone else have anything they want to ask?
I will. Sharon, how did you go about getting more customers, like, to over so long? Give me some fresh ideas for new customers.
Yeah. I did this. And I become grateful for the customers I already had. Because seriously, we think we've got to go and find another market or another niche or another. You've got to look inside you and become the person people are going to want to come to and get the information from. So Kira in Freestyle has got amazing files in there with lots and lots of incredible recipes. I just started reaching out to more people. When I reach out in these messages, and when I say, if I sent you a link, would you take a look? Like, I might send that to 60 people in like an hour. And most of them will be people I don't even know. And that, because you can put my friends that live in Sydney, or my friends that live in, say, Wollongong, and then you can put friends of my friends. So you can just reach out to people that you don't know and just start to build a relationship with them. And I think I've just got to a point where over time, I've just been able to just become more forward and get them on a call. Now, one thing that I'm doing with everybody in my team as well, and I'm just looking at the time because I've got, you guys meant to be on a call about 10 minutes ago. It's all good. One thing about in my team, anybody that is not moving in my team, I'm just treating them like they're brand new. It's like, create curiosity and get me in a 3-way chat. Create curiosity, get me in a 3-way chat. Create curiosity. Don't say anything else. If they want you to send them a link, send the link, but get them straight into a 3-way chat. All right? And then just introduce me and validate why I'm in this chat.
Do you message them, Sharon, without them being your Facebook friends?
Pardon?
Do you message them through Messenger without them being your Facebook friends?
Yeah. You got to add them in and just say, and like I would just say, hey, I don't know if you know me, my name's Sharon. We've got some mutual friends, and I'm just really excited about connecting with more people in the area. You know, it could be Melbourne. Connecting with more people in Melbourne. We've got some really, and I would have gone, if I'm connecting with someone I don't know, I'll go and have a look at something on their Facebook page that I can comment on, right? And it's going to be a hit and miss, but it's somebody is going to turn around and say, yep, give me a look.
Yeah.
All right. And then another thing you can do is go to the people that you've already got as friends and just say, hey, you know, and I would reach out to some of your friends and say, could you give me the names, or could you introduce me to 5 people that you think could do with better health, that you know that are struggling, and can you introduce me to 5 people that you think are looking for more in life, and they, do you know what, they want to make a bit more money, they're not happy with their job, they want to get out of the relationship they're in, but they just can't afford to. Like, go and ask your friends and get them to open up a 3-way conversation. We get so scared to ask our friends for help, whereas if we ran a fish and chip shop or a pizza shop, we'd be telling all our friends, bring everybody in. And all of a sudden, I'm going and selling fruits, veggies, and berries in the capital. I can't speak to anyone. Oh my God, they think I'm crazy. Be crazy. The people that aren't meant to be there will drop off. right? Or they'll just be the sometimes people that you'll see. But just go and ask people, just say, and if you've got people that you might have friends and family that aren't on the product, and I would just say to them, hey, do you by chance know 5 people that you know that are in your life that could do, that's my battery now. You might know 5 people in your life that could do with better health. Do you know what I mean? Just ask people. If you don't ask, the answer's always no. And sometimes you just got to dig outside that box that you're in. Right, but the more you shine, so you're putting positive stuff on social media, you're doing really good photos of yourself. It's not always photos of a shaking capsules. I don't even think I put a photo of shaking capsules up. I do more stuff about what's going on in my family. I do really positive stuff. I do stuff about gratitude. I'll share stuff from other people. Like, oh my God, look what this girl's doing. Do you know what I mean? I'll go on Instagram. I find something really cool on Instagram that I'll just share on my page. So I just be that shining light, because there's not enough shining light people out there.
Yeah.
Did that answer your question enough?
Yes, that was perfect.
Awesome.
I think it will be great reaching out to people I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm happy to do that.
Yeah.
It's good. And when you've got to challenge yourself, and so instead of saying, I don't know what question to ask, just say, how can I find a way?
Yeah.
How can I find a way? Go and sort their Facebook. Do you know what I mean? I don't mean sit on someone's Facebook for half an hour, but just go and scroll through and go, oh my God, got a beautiful wife, got kids, and you might just lead in with a conversation, hey, and just build that relationship before you throw that cold call thing out. You know what I mean? You might go in and reach into the wife. Who knows? It's like everybody just go with your gut instinct.
Yeah. Perfect.
Have we got any more? I'm like already late for another call.
Honey, that's okay. If you're late for another call, thank you so much.
If you got something cool you want me to answer, throw it at me, because I'd be happy to give it a go.
Maybe just before you leave, what's your number one tip that you would give these girls and guys, because we've got Rowan on here tonight, on, number one higher paying activity, or number one DMO that it's a non-negotiable every single day that they need to do in their business in order, to grow?
Yeah. Okay. I think the biggest thing for me too, when you're saying about how'd you find more people, I got out of my house as well. So I started turning up to places. I started doing more outside. I'd go to cafes. I'd just speak to people. Hey, how you going? And just, it didn't matter how uncomfortable it felt to start off with. I would say hi. I would find a reason to compliment someone. So there's lots of other ways you can go and meet more people and then connect with them. I think for me is the number one thing is commit some time to you for your business and take it seriously. So if you say I'm going to do 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes on my lunch break, and 30 minutes in the evening, go and commit to that, and don't say, oh, it doesn't matter if I don't do it tonight. Go and do it, because the only people that you're going to rip off is you and your family, or you and whoever you want to look after in this life. Right? And then just go, what are my 5 high-paying activities? And I seriously think, unless you're working a full-time job, anyone can do a good hour to an hour and a half. Go and listen to a training call that might go for 45 minutes. Please do it with a pen and paper. A short pen is far better than a long memory, right? And then that goal you can be something out of that training call, go and implement into your business straight away, right? But stick to your DMO, whatever that is for you. Everybody's different. Whatever your DMO is, I would not go to bed until it was finished. If you're serious about making this business work, you need to become serious in your business. And I think you're all incredible being on this late at night and hanging out and listening as well. And I'm here. If anyone's got any questions, you can throw them at me later anyway.
Awesome. Thank you so much, honey. It was so good to have you on. We feel so blessed to have someone like you jump on our call tonight.
I appreciate it.
I can't believe you're still serving at this time of night. That's absolutely incredible. So we'll let you go and I'll contact you to catch up.
Yeah. If anyone's got any questions, just feel free to reach out.